Does anybody know what a tornado is?
that Auburn.
That
Auburn.
Look. I think I listened to Charles last night, and he actually went on to say that he thinks Boston's talent is going to be an issue for the Celtics. He thinks that too many minutes to manage for Brad Stevens. I disagree. What I saw from Boston last night is a team that I believe what Charles said is just as talented in a different way than Boston, and is going to be if Boston makes it to the finals, which I think they will, I think there'll be a real problem for the Golden State Warriors.
I think they're going to be a tough out. I think he's right. I think in terms of just talent in the vacuum, they're I would say more talented. They're just redundant and excessive at a time. So when there's only one ball, we always hear that cliche, what comes into play is you can have a lot of talent. There's a minimum threshold. But then after that is all that necessary, because if you can't manage the egos, you can't manage the personalities, everyone who's walking in has a chip on their shoulder. Kyrie heard trade talks every day. He was out last year. Gordon Hayward's trying to prove I'm back. You got a lot of Jason Tatum's like, I've been working out with Kobe. I am not trying to hear that I get limited time. There's a lot to manage with all that excess talent, and I'm with Barkley. I think they're more talented, but they still come up short.
Definitely more talented team. I think this is the only team in the NBA that has 10 guys on the roster that can start on any other team. They're that deep. And I think what separates them and why we don't have to worry about guys worrying about shots or guys worrying about getting their numbers, the coach does a great job of making everybody feel confident and a great job of making everybody feel like they're the number one player. Like even last night, you see Kyrie didn't get going. He didn't get frustrated. He started giving the ball to Jason Tatum and other guys because he understands that he's not going to be the star player every night. And you got to credit Brad Stevens for giving all those guys confidence, even the guys that's coming off the bench, to play like starters, and that's why they had success last year.
Yeah, but the problem is adversity. It's great when we win by 18.
Right.
Oh, yeah, you made me feel like the man. Oh, we did it all in a winning fashion for a winning situation. When we hit that wall, when we lost 2 of 3 or something, then everybody's like, we don't want to hear that I'm the man if I can't go out there and have impact and make this game a success. So what's going to happen when they hit that wall of adversity, which every team faces?
Well, I think they went through it last year when guys went down. First game of the season, they went through it. With Gordon Hayward going down, they had to figure that out the rest of the season. Then Kyrie go down.
But that's
they
different,
had to figure it out.
Because then 2 of the stars leave. Now you have a void to fill. What if everyone's there? We're already maxed out, and we're losing in that capacity.
That's not going to happen in the East.
You don't think?
Brad Stevens is too good.
Yep.
Boston's too talented. Look, Barkley's narrative that there could be some time management issues, I think is false, because I think this group for this year is going to be 1,000% bought in. They have a chance to do something very special. I think they're the one team that's going to take the regular season very seriously, and then when they get into the postseason, it's going to be all about making history and taking down this team that's going for a three-peat. I just don't see the egos being a problem. Jason Tatum, Terry Rozier, Jaylen Brown, the story's out on them. Regardless of what their numbers look like, people know these dudes can play.
Right.
And they will get paid when it's their time to get paid. I just don't see the egos being an adversity issue for the Celtics.
I don't either, and they're playing for each other. And, people talk about what Jason Tatum feels like is his team. I can tell you right now, Kyrie and Jason Tatum have a great relationship.
Right.
He wouldn't want another person to shine more than Jason Tatum. But I honestly think Gordon Hayward's going to be the odd man out. Because if you see the first sub that came out the game was Gordon Hayward. The lineup was Rozier at the 1, Kyrie at the 2, Tatum, Brown, and Horford. I think they're going to finish a lot of games like that.
Maybe that's just because it's his first game back and, you're on that pitch count, something like that. But I would say this. I don't think it's the ego issue, but watch for this. Only Kyrie's been to the finals, so everyone's saying we're going to mail him into the finals, but you only have one guy with experience on that level. That may be the reason they're really close.
All right. I kind of agree with Kevin Garnett here. The owner's got a naive approach that someone that knows the marriage is ending, or someone that knows, you know what, I got this new job, and I'm just a short-time employee here, that's an employee I don't really want to deal with. I know Jimmy Butler's going to play hard and all that, but I don't want to deal with short-time employees. I know when I've given my 2-week notice, it might as well have been a day 1 notice, because for the next 2 weeks, I'm mentally checked out.
Yeah, your head's in the parking lot already, right? But you're still at practice. I get it. I think Jimmy Butler, look, there's no I in team, but there is a me. And every time you step into a team concept, a team framework, you always still are thinking about yourself. You think about your contract terms, you think about your opportunities, your touches, whatever it may be. So now he has narrowed his focus to saying, I'm caring about Jimmy Butler, and I'm going to give y'all tough love. And as my coach used to always say, tough love, I'm going to keep it 100 with you, because either you going to hate me or it's going to motivate you. Simply put. And I think that he's going to go in there and he doesn't care how they take it, because he's not caring how tomorrow looks for these guys. But I think he's still going to do Jimmy Butler to the 100th degree.
Well, I talked to him, and it seemed like you talked to him, because that's exactly what he said. I'm going out there and play. I'm going to be a professional. I'm going to go out there and try to win games. And if I get traded, then that's what happens. But I'm going to be a professional. And I like what KG said, because it's probably not that owner. It's a whole bunch of owners that don't know nothing about basketball. Hell, it's some coaches that play baseball. Now they NBA coaches. So some of the coaches don't know about basketball. So I understand that totally. But Jimmy, he's in a tough situation. But at the end of the day, he just want to win, and I understand that.
Okay, you've talked to Jimmy, but how's he going to handle this situation? He's already explained to everybody that he thinks, Cat needs to grow up, Andrew Wiggins ain't tough. And so when he starts seeing signs of this during games, is he going to check these guys because he's a short-term employee and he did it to him in practice? Mm-hmm. Is he going to check them in the game, on the court? That, to me, where the real problems could creep into this team, that could be an issue.
Well, he's done that. And even the owner questioned Wiggins before he gave him the contract out in the media.
We need a meeting. We
need a meeting. We need to know you're really with us. So
yeah.
You can't blame Jimmy if the owners are doing it. But at the end of the day, he's going to check them because his passion for the game. He's going to, when they do something wrong and they're not playing well, he's going to get into it with them. So that's why they need to move him so it won't be an issue.
Not everybody can handle getting checked publicly.
Right.
Yeah.
You can, and again, this is why I think the owner's being naive, and maybe even the coach, in terms of, you start checking Andrew Wiggins, and let's say he's as soft as everybody says he is. Let's say that he actually did call his brother and say, you know what? I ain't got no heart, so I better not say question Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Remember somebody did that over Instagram?
Somebody I know right here.
There's an Instagram assassin out there.
He is lethal.
So,
lethal.
But again, you could stunt Wiggins' growth by leaving him here with Jimmy Butler, who may just play too rough.
Yeah, but just imagine Jimmy at his best and Wiggins at his best with Cat on that team. Mm-hmm. They can make a lot of noise in the West, and I think a lot of people see that. I even think Tibbs see it. But they got to go out there and do it. We can talk about it till we black and blue in the face, but if Wiggins don't get no heart, if he don't go out there and play harder, if he don't reach his potential, which we all know he has, top draft pick, he's super athletic, has every skill in the book. He just got to get it out of him. If you can't get it out of him, then it's kind of hard to respect him.
I respect the owner for saying, hey, I tried. I had a meeting with Wiggins. I tried to get this same conversation going. Now I'm going to let you be my enforcer, Jimmy Butler. Not by design, but that's just the circumstance. So, look, it's a little Jedi mind trick going on right here. He's like, because I believe every single player that makes it has a dog in them. Now, there are different types of dogs. There's a dog that sits there and barks and is not going to bite. There's a dog that's going to lay there and say, do what you want to do, and as soon as you think you got away, oh, I'm in you. Yep. And there's all types, and maybe Jimmy Butler and the way he's going to approach them with the tough love is going to get whatever type of dog that Wiggins has in him is finally going to come out. Maybe it's more bark. Maybe it's a little more bite than we've seen.
Any chance, Steve, and we'll end on this, 2 weeks into this, the Timberwolves are 6-1 or something, 3 weeks into it, and looking, any chance this works out and Jimmy Butler actually stays in Minnesota?
That's why I tell people all the time, you're one of the smartest people I know. 6-1, they'll think about it. They'll think about making it work because they're winning.
Well,
winning fixes winning fixes everything.
That's
winning fixes everything. Because at the end of the day, he's gonna get paid regardless.